The inspiration for the dessert came from a cookbook I received for Christmas called Nopi. It's a restaurant based in London. They did a baked chocolate ganache with spiced nuts and orange oil. Whenever I make a dish or have an idea for something, I do a lot of reading, I look things up online. A lot of times my inspiration comes doing things not related to food at all. An idea just pops into my head and I think, how can I do that? So the main component of the dessert is the baked chocolate ganache. Melted chocolate mixed with some eggs and sugar, baked and set overnight in the fridge. We scooped it out with an ice cream scoop and put it over the top of candied pecans. I just candied pecans with some honey and some of those toasted spices, cloves, the cinnamon, fennel seeds, aniseeds, which is different from our original idea of spiced nuts on the plate. And then on top of that, we did the whipped cream and topped everything with zest from blood oranges and mixed that with olive oil and drizzled it over the top of the dessert. So the dinner is the second time we've done a Valentine's Day dinner at Lassen Park in Arboretum in Katonah, New York. The theme for this dinner was Stages of Love. I wanted to take the guests on a trip through when they first meet somebody to happily ever after. That's where this dessert comes in. This was the happily ever after portion of the meal. So we had first meet, first kiss, it's the little things, first date, drunken love, and then happily ever after. We started with when you first meet someone. In this dish, we established a set of flavors that would be reintroduced in the dessert course. Blood oranges, olive oil that was spiced with aniseed, lavender. For the happily ever after dish, the flavors were used in a different way to reflect how people change over time, but the same qualities you fell in love with when you first met. Like the ingredients, we use them in different ways, but they're still present. One of the big things that did not work when we tested the recipe the first time, the spiced nuts, sprinkling them on the plate, didn't come together quite how I had wanted. We scrapped that idea. The plating also changed. We did more of a stacked approach. The first time we tested the recipe, all that was included in the chocolate was some of the orange juice with no spices. In the final presentation of the dish, I incorporated some more of those spices that we had been using because I wanted to give more of that flavor from the beginning of the meal.